And welcome to this edition of the Native News Update on this Monday, March 7th. I'm your host for today's program, Paul DeMain. Many of the stories read here can also be found at our website at IndianCountryNews.com. So here are some of the news stories for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. Rhode Island Governor Lincoln Chafee on last week said a proposal by Narragansett Tribal Chief Sachem Matthew Thomas to buy the Twin River Slot Parlor and turn it into a casino is worth pursuing as neighboring Massachusetts considers allowing casinos. The tribe has tried unsuccessfully for years to open a casino. Thomas told the Providence Journal he believes the tribe could buy Twin River and turn it into a casino without voter approval under federal law. Twin River told the newspaper it's not for sale. It has been trying to expand into table games, saying it could better compete with tribal casinos in Connecticut and better position itself if Massachusetts ultimately allows casinos. Joe Antonio Silversmith, a member of the Navajo Code Talkers who confounded the Japanese during World War II with their transmission of messages in their native language, has passed away. He was 86. Navajo Nation officials say Silversmith passed away last week at his home in Coolidge, New Mexico. No cause of death was immediately available. Tribal President Ben Shelley ordered the flags on the Navajo Nation to be flown at half staff through this last weekend to honor Silversmith. Silversmith joined the 297th Marine Platoon at age 18 and served in the South Pacific from March 1943 to 1946. In 2001, Silversmith received the Silver Congressional Medal of Honor for serving in World War II. The state of South Dakota's first Secretary of Tribal Relations was honored last week during a ceremony at Wakpasika Reconciliation Place in Fort Pierre. Leroy J.R. LePlante will be the first cabinet-level member of the Department of Tribal Relations. Governor Dennis Doggard created the position this year. The Pierre Capital Journal reports that LePlante will work to reemphasize the importance of Native American issues and foster a better relationship between the state and the 9 tribes within South Dakota. Doggard said in the ceremony that he promises to build stronger relationships with tribal leaders. LePlante says that he hopes to turn a new page in history and focus on something that will make life better for all South Dakotans. Pinal County, Arizona supervisors are rejecting a call by the Gila River Indian Community officials not to locate pot dispensaries within a mile of their borders because the tribe doesn't recognize medical marijuana. Tribal Governor William R. Rhodes said in a letter the county's cooperation would support his community's stance against medical marijuana and help reduce safety hazards and criminal behavior that could arise from dispensaries located within a mile of the community's boundary. The Arizona Republic reports Pinal supervisors last week approved a medical marijuana ordinance without accommodating the tribe's February 14th request. The ordinance dictates zoning rules for dispensaries and related facilities. County Supervisor David Snyder says supervisors could consider the tribe's request on a case-by-case basis when dispensaries seek to operate on unincorporated county land. Glacier County and the Blackfeet tribe in Montana declared a state of emergency last week because the amount of snow that has fallen east of Glacier National Park this winter has made it difficult to keep the roads open. Another 10 inches of snow last Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday of last week on top of the 27 inches of snow already on the ground. Officials says combined with strong winds coming off the Rocky Mountain forest created snow drifts 12 to 16 feet high in places. The tribe and county are mostly in need of snow removal equipment to keep roads clear and help dig residents out. The tribe's emergency preparedness coordinator, Nora Kedney, says declaring an emergency makes it possible to get plows from the state and the Bureau of Indian Affairs and gives them access to the National Guard if needed. Browning had 20 hours of whiteout conditions last week, and about 20 motorists were stranded at the intersection of US 2 and 89 by blocked snow for a while. Voters in the coastal Maine town of Wiscasset said they want to keep Redskins as the nickname for the high school and its sports teams. In a non-binding referendum last week, residents voted 279 to 53 in favor of keeping the name. According to the Times Record of Brunswick, the Wiscasset Board of Selectmen voted to ask the public its opinion on the matter to show the regional school board how the Wiscasset residents feel about the school's moniker. The name has been up for debate since September when the Maine Indian Tribal State Commission asked the school to stop using the Redskins name because it was considered offensive. The regional school board, which oversees schools in Wiscasset and 7 other towns, do have the final say. During 2009, revenue fell at American Indian gambling casinos nationwide as the recession forced consumers to curtail spending on entertainment, according to a report finally issued last week. Casinos generated about $26.4 billion in 2009, down 1% from 2008, according to the Indian gaming industry reports. Revenue from food and beverages, lodging, internet, entertainment, and shopping declined 4% to $3.2 billion in the year 2009 in the more than 200 Indian tribes that operated nearly 450 casinos in 28 states. The decline in Indian casino gambling was part of a larger trend, said Alan Meister, the economist who wrote the report. Gambling revenue has declined steadily by 15% since the year 2005, he said. Before the start of the recession, the sagging gambling revenues was due to public policies intended to restrict Indian gambling, such as legislation and regulations, court decisions, and payments through state-tribal agreements. Commercial casino gambling revenue declined even more, falling 8% to $27.6 billion in the year 2009 from $30 billion the previous year. And that's going to be the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. Please join with us again. Miigwech for joining with us today.